now the bells are ringing, na 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 na, everybody singing, na 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 na, just na 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 na. Hello everyone, guten Tag, bonjour, добрый день. This is me, Zeno77 today with y'all. How is your day, everybody? My day was actually good. It was good. Went to the boxing training today. Felt for the first time I actually felt how it's like to apologize for someone by hitting them too hard. I mean, it's not that I hit him too hard. I actually hit him in the way that I was supposed to, but like he stopped. It's for the first time while I sparred. Very well feeling. Anyhow, this is our anniversary stream, so called, because it's number 30. Although, to be fair, we had the Super Bowl stream, we had the Putin and Tucker Carlson interview, which was an exception to these numbers. But 30 is a nice number. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that we've been talking about for the last, 2 weeks maybe. Today, in our program, let me share my screen. Kaboom. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, different types, different things in relationships. For example, if you look over here, you have the topic of how to keep a woman happy. If you have here, you're talking about attracting a high value man. If you're talking about here, we're going to talk about honesty, and all of this combined into one YouTuber named Keira Lothan, because it's the Keira Lothan stream. As I promised you, and as you all know, we usually have two types of streams. So one, we react to a creator. Number two, we react to different topics, which maybe by new creators or by some old creators we've seen before. In any case, it's different. So sometimes we discover, so to say, new creators on the Thursday streams, but today's a Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we react to well-established creators, some that you like, some that I like, and that we can combine into watching. Before we start this reaction, before we start doing everything that needs to be done, I have to say one thing. No, actually, I have to say two things. Before I say them, let me just fix the ads. Yeah, I still haven't gotten YouTube Premium, so I'm still watching the ads, watching in ads, and yeah, just give me 5 more seconds. All right. So that being said, this is set and good to go. Now, there are two things I'm going to ask you. So, number one thing. No, actually, I don't know if I'm going to ask you. Oh, yeah, I will, because it leads to another one. So the number one thing is that I will do for the first time in a while is that if you are new, please make sure that you react to this video. It can be in likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, because I think that the channel has been in a shadow ban recently. A couple of our old reactions have been, they have been, so to say, not getting as good in views as, for example, we had before. So if you look over here, okay, we finally got Brad Cooper to 319 because it's obviously Brad. But even if you look here, like 23, 9, 21, maybe it's the topic. But I have a feeling that this video was, so to say, very well received in the comments section and by the number of dislikes, and it could have set a signal for the next couple ones. Now we have Brad back on top, which is good. We gained some subscribers. We're on to our next milestone. But in general, I will ask you to react to this video, because also the moment we reach 150, the moment we hit 150 subscribers, I'm renaming the YouTube channel. And yes, we're not going to really run away from the name that we have, but it's going to be a different name. So it's always an interesting thing to see how people will react to it. In any case, I can see that we are already getting more people on the view. So Twitch, YouTube, wherever you're watching, I'm glad to see you all today. And without any further ado, let's dive in to the first reaction of the day. So, how to keep a woman happy, a video by Keira Lothan. It's been a while, I think, since I watched, so it's probably been a month, but I really enjoy watching her videos, specifically on these streams, because I feel like there is a sort of say way to communicate with each other. I'm not technically reacting to a video, but I in some ways responding to her comments. Since she's just sharing her thoughts and I'm sharing thoughts as an answer. And that turns into a so to say discussion. Well, it doesn't turn into a discussion because she can't hear me. I've actually DM'd her. I've DM'd her on Instagram and invited to a collab, but I haven't had a response since. So, Kira, if you're watching this, go check your DMs, maybe from a couple weeks ago. And you can find Zeno Slavitel there. I actually think that I'm hard not to spot, so I think she just ignored. But if you just accidentally missed it, go check that back. Now, why are we reacting to this video specifically? First of all, because I saved it, because I was interested and it was popping up in my recommendations a lot. But also, we kind of started a topic of relationships in the last streams. So, really looking at men and women in this category. So, I wanted to continue investigating this topic even while doing the Tuesday stream. So, therefore, as I promised you, we have a Keira Lothan stream, but we don't really exit away from the topic. And yeah, we're going to discuss both women and men and everyone in general. So the video should be interesting, particularly I think mostly for men who are watching this, but also women. You know, maybe you will like something or dislike something. You can always disagree in the comment section. Just make sure I don't get in the shadow ban again. All right. With that being said, let's start listening.
How do you keep a woman happy? A
Tell us.
woman, honestly, like it's not as simple as a man, but it can be simple if you understand her. As a
Oh yeah, I remember we had a reaction where she talked about how to keep a man happy, and that blew up. So maybe this one will as well.
woman, and I feel like just understanding a woman in general would make her happy as hell. Like just for a man to understand a woman is rare enough because it takes so much patience, it takes time and effort to really understand a woman. A woman
I love that she started with the word patience. Like I genuinely feel that the reason why I dislike giving up in relationships a lot of the times is because I genuinely believe that women are the ones that need more time. Like seriously, they need much more time in anything. You know, the jokes about women preparing to go out and that they need more time, it kind of is true, but not only for them preparing, like leaning into a relationship, trusting a person, being there for a person. I think that any sort of action for a woman is much long period. Like probably this is one of the reasons why uh I don't want to call people call women slow, but I think this is one of the reasons why when they, for example, lose something and or they have a problem, it's much harder for them to get over it just because they were leaning into it for much longer time. Usually for men it's easier because you don't dedicate that much. You just act, you just do it. And then when it either works or it doesn't work. Well, as for women, you know, they trust, they work on something, and then it blows out completely horribly as they planned, that's devastating. That's devastating. And they need more time to come back from it. So yeah, patience is the number one word. Let's write it down somewhere. Do I have a paper? I have to stick this one somewhere. But go on.
It's complicated, okay? And for any man who really puts his time and effort into understanding his woman, kudos, okay? Like that's how you keep a woman. That's how you really like keep a woman happy, okay?
So I've written the number one thing is patience. Well, let me see if you can see it. Yeah, patience. That's the number one thing.
One of the main things that a man stresses about is work, and work can bring a lot of negative, like a lot of negativity into the man's life, a lot of stress, a lot of difficulties, challenges, and all this stress on the man can make him feel like he has to pour it onto someone else, right?
I don't know, but I'll swear, I think that women stress at work much more. I think that an average woman, uh, I think that an average woman, or okay, no, that's the wrong way to formulate. If we take 100 random women and 100 absolutely random men, and their jobs will be approximately equivalent to each other, I feel that women not only are more stressed at work, but they don't like it much more. They hate it much more than men. I don't know. It's just something that comes from experience. Like this is not. I'm not going to try to explain it in in any way, in any theory, in a conservative or liberal theory. But this is something that I witnessed while talking to different men and talking with different females, with different women. Sorry.
needs to talk about it with his woman, maybe, like talk about his work and what he did there. What a woman does not want to hear is all the negativity and complaining. Like, if you're complaining about work and you're still getting the problem solved, but you're just complaining, like, you're still doing the work, you're still doing what you gotta do.
That's literally freaking me, although I don't complain to people. But that's literally me. In my mind, I'm always cursing everything that is. I'm still doing the shit that has to be done. But oh my god, does it take stress and effort to actually get it done?
But you just, you go out your way to really express how you feel negative wise. Like, you express your stress to the woman. A woman does not want to hear that. I'm telling you. A woman can care about you so much that she will listen to it. She will listen to you stress. She will listen to you complain. And she will sit there and try to reassure you, try to feel for you, try to even
The
solve.
problem is it doesn't work. I don't know about like I don't know about women that complain to men about their jobs, but about men, it usually doesn't help, and that's the problem. Why I never understood why would you complain to a woman about the stress you have, because that is the thing that a woman will try to cheer you up, to either congratulate you or tell you that everything is fine, and you will sit there as a man and think maybe, but that's not like I need the problem solved. I need the shit to get done. Like it's all good. I appreciate that you're reacting, and he's not going to tell her that it's straight up to her face. He's actually going to appreciate the fact. I mean, a normal man, not a piece of shit. An actually good man, if he's already doing what he's not supposed to do. But okay, let's imagine he's complaining about the stress he's having. He will already, he will appreciate the fact that she's doing whatever she's doing. But inside of him, he realizes that it's not what's going to solve the problem. So it doesn't really move the needle. That is why you don't need to start this topic in the first place. Like, why would you start it?
Your problems. Like, a woman doesn't.
That's the difference with women, because women can just spill it all out and they can get a sorry or some understanding or a hug from a man and they'll be good. Even if that shit will still be somewhere hanging there undone, they will be good. Again, I'm talking about what I've witnessed from experience. If you're exceptional, if you're unique, I would really like to read this in the comments. I'm not lying. I really like one of the good advantages of the last reaction, even though it got a lot of negative reviews, was the fact that we had a couple of very interesting discussions in the comments section. So please feel free to go there.
Know exactly what to do in that moment because you're either looking for a solution or you're looking for some sort of reassurance in that manner. And a woman does not know how to go about that. I'm telling you right now. A woman does not want unnecessary negativity that they can't solve for themselves. If it's under your problem solving, like if you know you can do it, why express it? Why express the stress? Why
Yes.
express the complaining? Why why drag your woman under the same boat as you? If you're drowning under the boat, why drag her with you? Like
I just had the example of Titanic in my mind. If you're drowning with the boat, don't don't drag your woman there. That's what they said on the Titanic. But okay, we've added up to the list. So, patience. Wait. Patience. No unnecessary negativity. That goes as number 2. Oh, I'm so hilarious.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's practically what it is. You're just dragging your woman under negativity and under the same boat as you. And a woman does not I'm telling you right now, she can act like she's trying to help and she can do it as long as she can, but it's going to get to a point where she's going to be fed up with it. And a woman wants to just be happy. She wants peace. She doesn't want to worry about your problems because quite honestly, it's not like she can solve them. Like she's got her own problems that she probably can't even solve. So it's like if you got your own problems as a man, I hate to say it, but it's your duty to solve your problems as a man. And for you to express that to your woman, you're just getting her out of her own femininity, and she cannot, all she can do is feel for you. And if
The thing is, you always have to have intentions. So a reason you would express your problems to a woman is that you need to have some intentions. You either want to make her think something of you, or you want to push some sort of action. But if you're a, like in my opinion, if you're a man or really any kind of person, I just don't know how to speak to women because I'm not a woman and they have different mindsets than I do. But for a man, this is a very good tip. If something doesn't move the needle, if any action that you take, whether it's speaking to someone, buying something, uh, deciding something, if it doesn't move the needle, why bother doing it? You know, just don't do it just for the sake of doing it. I'm sure you got other stuff to do.
that's not what you're looking for, then stop bringing up problems and stress to your woman because you're just going to make yourself mad. You're going to make yourself feel like more alone. And that's just not how you make your woman happy. You don't make your woman happy that way. You tell your woman that you solved your problem. That's how you make her happy. You tell her that you solved it and you were able to do it and you know you're strong and like you can tell your woman about the trials and tribulations of your problems. You can talk about the problem, okay? I'm not saying to avoid it completely, but if you haven't solved the problem yet and you haven't dealt with it and you're still talking about how it stresses you out.
Hi, my name is Elise.
Yeah, at least I don't get paid for seeing your ads, so bye bye. Yeah, but she does pull off a cool point. That's why I like usually to solve a problem, even if it's like super. Why did I add the like here? Even if it's super complicated, I first solve it, and then I tell this incredible story how I was this close from performing the biggest fail of my life, but then I succeeded. It's all people should know. It's all that matters.
That's where you lose it. That's where you lose the woman because the woman does not want to hear about that. She only cares about the results. Just like everyone else in this world, we only care about the results, right? We don't care if it was hard. We don't care if you couldn't get to it. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the problem needs to be solved. And if you can't solve it, then, that's your stress, that's your problem. And you can't put that on a woman that never wanted that in the first place. Like, that doesn't make a woman happy. It doesn't. Like, you can think it does, but it does not. I'm telling you. Another way.
Why should it make a woman happy? That's like the more tricky question. Because you're sharing your feelings. There's so many ways you can share your feelings, because she gets to know the real you. But that's the real you. That should be the real you. You should be the problem solver. You should be the one who's taking over the world and dealing through stress. So when you open up from a position of succeeding. That's the real you. That should be the real you.
To make a woman happy is to always defend your woman. Always.
Oh yeah, that's a W.
Whether it be your friends or coworkers.
I don't know why we're getting even into
like,
this.
Whoever's talking about your woman, you defend them. You defend your woman, because a woman.
Before she says anything, I just want to stick my 5 cents into this conversation. There is a rule that I apply to mostly everyone who I have close to me, whether it's friends, family, but especially women. If I'm with a girl, I tell her, listen, all of our problems that we have in between us, we're okay, we're gonna solve them. They're in between us. But when we are out there in the public, we are the best couple. We are them. So I got your back and you got mine, because we are one team out there. So everything that goes bad with you goes bad with me, and it's the same the other way. So therefore, I don't even know why Keira is going into this discussion. I think this should be obvious. It's not only about making a woman happy. I think it's more about respecting the relationship you're in.
Woman has intuitive skills like no other. I'm telling you, a woman will know. A woman will know if you're talking about them, but if she knows that a friend or family member is talking bad about her, and she knows that, like, it's just continuing, it's never stopping, like it keeps going, like, that's a problem. That's a problem, because she knows that you haven't defended her. Like, if her name is keep being brought up to you and they're talking about how maybe she's not the right one for you, or they're questioning your relationship, or if anyone is questioning your woman, you defend them. You defend your woman. No.
Even if it's your mom, although I hate to say it, but even if it's your mom doing this, because you can listen to your mom giving you advice about women and who is right for you and who is wrong for you, but at the end of the day, it's your woman and not hers. So you listen to your mom's advice, you thanked her, you did everything you had as a man. Like, I'm not saying go argue with, like, go aggressive on your mother, but I'm saying that you should keep peace. You should defend your woman, but at the same time keep peace and listen to people's advice, because it's always good to listen. Then you make a decision depending on your thoughts. But listen. Don't argue, defend, and listen.
No matter what.
Also, shout out to my mom. I know you're watching this. Shout out. Hi, Mom.
Because if you love her and you want her in your life, she needs to know that you are there for her, and she can trust you, and she can feel like she can confide in you, and she can, like, say that you're her man. But if you don't defend her, she's going to question your intention. She's going to question if, you even want her in your life. She's going to question that. And women, we have a tendency to question ourselves. And quite honestly, that's just a natural instinct in ourselves. We question ourselves because we are mainly emotions. We are mainly, like, full of hormones that make us question ourselves. So if a man's already not defending us, we're going to question if we're doing anything right. We're going to question if we're ugly or if we're a bad girlfriend or, you know, like if we just did something wrong. And as a woman, that's not how can a woman be happy if she's questioning herself? Sincerely, like defend your woman so she doesn't question herself. Like there's no reason to not defend your woman. Like if you don't want her in your life, just say that, you know, like there's no reason to try to stoop on someone else's level just to
Defend.
eliminate the energy that you don't want. Like just because someone thinks about your girl in a certain way doesn't mean you have to. Like I don't understand that concept of like bros code and trying to like manipulate a guy into breaking up with his girlfriend or something. I don't like.
Hey, that's bullshit. That's not the bros code. That's never in the bros code. The bros code suggests that you give your advice, you give an advice, you can share your opinions, but you don't break your boy with the girl. No. Where did you even hear about this? Like there is obviously the rule bros before hoes, but that doesn't apply to your girl. You don't look at your girl as a hoe. Your bros don't look at your girl as a hoe. God, Kira, the disrespect on the bros code. At least here, keep it respectfully.
Like defend your girlfriend, just defend her. Even with your family, like your parents, like if your mom or dad is telling you, oh, like I don't think this is the girl for you, or like you can find better, this is not the girl that I really pictured for you. This is crazy because family members will manipulate you the most because they really think that they can manipulate you and they think that they know what's best for you.
The problem is they often don't do it with bad intentions. This is the most hilarious part because they think that they are actually doing good for you in life, and since you do not agree with them, they think of that you're going against them, that you disrespect them, and you don't really love them because they're doing it with good intention, and you still go against them. Why are you being so bad to us? And again, that's why I said, listen, don't argue, keep the peace, protect, defend. Again, listen, don't argue, keep the peace, defend.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and that's up to you to decide. So if you really believe your family members, then that's when you break up with your girlfriend. But if you don't believe your family members, that's when you defend your girlfriend. Because as a man, that is your legacy. Like you are starting a family with a woman. If you are with a woman,
The blood of my child is gonna have her blood as well. That should be a quote.
that you truly want to be with for the rest of your life, you defend her. Like, what's wrong with you if you don't? Like, what's wrong with you? Do you not want a family? Do you not want a legacy? Do you not want your own children to look up to you?
Imagine if it's just a dink watching this and he doesn't really want
You and to look up to your wife. You know, like, wouldn't you want your kids to respect their wives? Like, in a sense, you have to think about your children, even if they're not real, even if they're not even here yet. Like, you have to think, like, as a man, your legacy, like, you have to think in the future. So defending your woman to your family members is definitely like key because family members will always have the most to say about your personal life. It's the truth. Like, you know, every family member is going to have an opinion.
It's super weird. I thought that English is your native language, but if you listen the amount of times she uses the word like, I use this word less than she does.
So defending your woman will definitely make her happy. It'll make her trust you more. And quite honestly, it's the best way to build trust is to defend her and to reassure her through someone else. Reassuring a woman in her face is one thing, but to reassure a woman through another person respecting her.
Although I'm not gonna lie, it's not that often as we sometimes hear from, these different TikTok streamers or different TikTokers who pitch it in every second word. They go on saying, like I did this like so like good, like the like. Yeah, and if you're interested why we're not watching anything yet, it's because we're waiting for the ads to go. I still haven't got my YouTube Premium. So, okay, here we can go.
On the relationship. It's like
Okay,
stamping like, no, this is my girlfriend. It's like stamping a notary on the relationship. It's like
that's
stamping
the only reason I rewinded it for 5 seconds.
like, no, this is my girlfriend, this is my future wife, and we're gonna make this happen. It's like you're already
And then the girl doesn't want to be your future wife. Oh, that would be a big L, bro. That would be a big L. I hope no one experiences this.
manifesting it because you're telling that to someone else and not just your woman. Definitely tell your woman. Definitely tell her. Reassure her. That's another way to make her happy. But through another person really notarizes it. It really solidifies and cements that fact. Another way to make a woman happy,
Tell us.
and for a high value woman, honestly, because there's a lot of women out there that are out there for money and are gold digging and will do anything to have you buy something for them. In order to make a woman happy, do little things for her that do not cost money. That is the simplest way to make a woman happy. It's simple. Like, if a woman really needs to go out to a restaurant to have a good time with you, or to, feel like she's out and about and feeling valued, like, that's a red flag. Okay, a woman should be able to want to do these things for free, just to be with you, just to spend time with you. Like, go to a nature park, pick a flower for her. Like, you don't even have to purchase flowers, pick a freaking flower. You know what I'm saying? Like, something free that she can value and she can cherish, because it's the stuff that you spend money on that is invaluable. Like, there's no value there. Someone can always buy something for your girlfriend. Okay,
It's not always even about this. It's what she's kind of right, but what she probably should put is try to do valuable things. So it's not always about the money or the amount of things that you can buy, but it's you showing her that you value her in your life. For example, even giving her something that you heard her mentioning 3 months ago while you were walking past this pastry shop, and she said, "Oh, look, these type of cookies, this type of, I don't know, okay, I named pastry shop, but you can really name anything. This type of bread reminds me of my childhood." And then you go in the morning and you buy that bread for her. It, first of all, let's hope she had a happy childhood. That's why that bread reminds her of that childhood. But second of all, you still spent money on it, right? Maybe not even a lot, because buying bread in the pastry shops is more expensive than in a supermarket. But by buying the bread doesn't mean it can even taste bad. Like, you don't know how it tastes before you buy it, really. But just giving her that bread shows you that you listened to her and you remembered some of her stuff, and you wanted to make her happy by reminding her of her childhood. So it's about the valuable things, I would say.
someone
Little, big, you can always think of the big, but the little ones are just easy to do it. So you can make them often to make the woman feel more happy more often.
can always buy something, period. You can't always build a memory based off of straight creativity or straight passion and love and the actual intention of giving her something that you are really passionate about, like even a card, a handmade card, or like just a bunch of free stuff, like free things. Go to a park, or even just go on a walk with them. Like, free things. I'm telling you, there's so much you can do that will make her feel like she's not just being paid for. Like, you're not just trying to keep her through money. And it's like a reverse psychology effect, because men really think that you need to spend money on a woman to keep her happy. That's not true. It's not true. The thing is, in order for a woman to
The problem is that with money, you can just give her more value. I mean, back to the example with the bread, if that bread reminds her of her childhood, sure, you can go and buy the bread and remind her of it. But if you have more money, you can just buy the pastry shop and have that bread get delivered every single day. I swear, that's the only difference. Both are equivalently the same. So again, the problem is that a lot of the times men just don't know how to spend the money on their woman. And moreover, it's way harder for them to figure this value thing when they don't have money. That becomes a problem. But again, it all comes from attention. Listen to her. Listen to her. Take some notes inside your head what she likes and what she doesn't. And when the chance gives it to you, make her happy.
feel like she's stable in the relationship, you have to have some sort of security. Okay, security is a main factor to make a woman happy. Okay, security. What you do with that money, she does not care. She just cares that you have it. Okay, she just cares that you have something to really build a stable security home or foundation for yourself, for both of you guys, for a future family. Like, that's what a woman looks for. A woman looks for a man that's able to provide some sort of security for a future family.
This is one of the reasons why, if you look at these mafia families, the woman really doesn't care where the guy gets the money. I'm not propagating mafia right here, but what I'm saying is that she just knows that stuff gets fixed. She just knows that the man has money. It's all good. Just like, where, why, how, with whom he has to talk about this. Does she really care? No. But the bills are paid. The kids are well dressed. She can attend the good massage salon or whatever. That's been taken care of.
That's it. That's it. A woman does not need a gold digging rich man, okay? I don't need a gold digging rich man. I say a high value man is a man that can build his foundation, have it, and he can spend that on whatever he feels he can invest it on. Okay?
That is the
A
problem.
woman
Why a
does
lot
not need
they don't need very gold rich. The problem is that a lot of the times it's the gold and rich guys who know how to deal with those money and know how to spend it correctly, or they just have more, so to say, ways to spend it better. So the less you have, the more careful you have to be with it. That is true. But that's also why a lot of these, for example, a lot of, I don't want to call them losers, so I don't offend anyone really, and for no reason. But a lot of those who get rich without really understanding how they got there, they might have a lot of money, but there's also a reason why they go bankrupt within years. It's just that, as the same way they didn't know how it appeared, the same way they don't know how it disappeared. So you really need someone who, or in general, you just need to know how to control. And really, it doesn't matter if you have a million, 1,000, 100,000, but you need to know how to control this money, how to make sure they are spent correctly. That's it. That's the game.
need the guy with the rich car, the nice car, or the big mansion house, or the nicest clothes, the nicest teeth, the always a haircut every week or every other week, whichever. Like, a woman just wants a man who goes out his way and expresses his love to her in the most beautiful, passionate, like no money, no substance way, like no materials, something that she can hold on to and cherish, like a drawing or a poem, something that she can, a picture, a photo, like things like this. Women hold on to way more than a purse or maybe like an outfit or something you can buy for her. A woman will hold on to something more cherishable, more intimate than just a materialistic item. I'm telling you, like, I don't give a frick about materials. I don't care. And for women who really do care about that,
You do care. You do care, just in not in that, so to say, big of a way, but you do care. There's a reason why you dress this specific way and not in a pajama.
telling you, you will find out like the first impression. You will always find out how a woman is and what her drives and motives are through first impression. First impressions are everything. You can't hide away from them. And yeah, don't try to make a materialistic woman happy because you'll be broke.
Es ist unmoralisch, tausend
Oh my god, we haven't had ads for so long, and now all of a sudden, Kira, gotta say, you're getting very well financed by YouTube. Very well. Luckily, it was just one ad.
Straight up, okay? And another way to make a woman happy, obviously, is the stability in your home, security, is honestly reassurance. Just like reassure her, like let her know why you're with her. Not every day, okay? Like reassurance is in the fact like when
And yet another day we're stuck together. Imagine starting your morning like this. That would be fun.
you feel like it's needed. You know, if you feel like she's questioning herself or she's looking in the mirror a certain way, like that's when you need to understand your woman, okay? Understanding your woman is one of the most valuable ways to keep a relationship, honestly. It's the best way to keep a relationship. And being a man, you have goals, okay? Being a man, you're just a little more disciplined. I mean, I feel like everyone has their own levels of discipline, but I feel a man is just more goal driven, okay? To keep a woman happy, you have a goal, right? And you reach your goal. You need to have a goal every single time you reach a goal. You need to always have something planned. You need to have a future plan for yourself. As a woman, we question our decisions so much. We question what we want to do with our lives. We question if we want to be a mother. We question if we want a career. We question so many decisions that we just need a man who knows what he wants for his future. If you don't know what you want in your future, then you probably shouldn't be in a relationship.
Boom!
As a man. As a woman, it's different because a woman can hop around and be so volatile and her hormones allow her to be volatile.
We're not
A
making
woman
that
can
joke. We're not making that
change
joke.
her life in 2 weeks
Hopping
to a
around.
month. Like a woman can change her life like this. A man, he can change his life in a snap, but it's not as volatile as a woman. The man's world
He can do it when he doesn't have to be responsible for someone. When he gets into a relationship, and I swear I can see it from my I'm not going to mention his name, but from my experience and from the people who I've talked to, there is a huge difference. When you're on your own, as a man, it's even easier to hop from one distance to another. Today you're a plumber, tomorrow a builder, next day you're a Lenin. On another, when you're in a relationship, you are responsible already for someone. So you have to remember that when you are popping around, she is also popping around with you. She's with you. So in order to avoid this turbulence for her, you need to be set. You need to be clear. You don't necessarily have to have everything figured out, but you need to be clear about what is on there.
world is not as easy as a woman's world, so a man kind of needs to have a concrete, direct path for himself. at least for a relationship, a traditional family, and to feel like there's security in the future. Okay, if you don't know what you want in the future, how can a woman know that there's security there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of making her happy. That's part of her planning if she can have kids
I've only noticed, why does she have an NBA LeBron James poster behind? Let's hope that that's her boyfriend's. Or actually, why hoping? Well, that's an interesting question. I spotted it.
with you, and if she feels safe around you, if her kids can feel safe, if she's able to wake up and feel like, you know, her man is out getting it, like he's out for the hunt, and he's coming home with dinner on the plate, and the roof's over your head, and the bills are paid. That's what the woman cares about. Okay, and a woman is able to work, a woman is able to do all those things, but she wants to know that her man has that for himself all the way through his future. You don't need to know exactly. You don't need to know exactly pinpoint by pinpoint, but you need to at least have a goal set after every goal you reach. You need to have
I have dreams. I have goals. Now on to the next one. The great Harvey Specter.
a goal-driven mindset to keep a woman happy. If you don't have a goal-driven mindset, you can keep her happy for so long until she finally realizes, hey, I'm growing up now and I kind of want a family, and this dude is not family material. I don't see myself being with him. Out. It's easier for a woman to walk away than for a man, okay? A man can walk away. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying the woman's life is a little easier to go find something new, to try something new, to put herself in new rooms and new doors and experiences. It's easier for a woman to get through doors. Okay, so if you want a woman in your life and you want to make her happy, these are the things you need to do to keep her happy and to keep the relationship afloat. Keep it in a, solid foundation so that there is a future.
Wait.
And I'm not talking about how to attract a woman, okay? This is not attracting a woman. This is keeping a woman
That's
happy.
important. Keeping.
How to keep a woman happy. And this can be through friendships, like a woman friendship. Like if you're friends with a woman and you just want to make her happy, this is how you make her happy, okay? But in a relationship, this is really what I mean. In a relationship,
I'm not gonna make a joke about that
if
either.
you're already in a relationship with a woman, this is how you make her happy. And if you're already doing these things, then I feel like, you're making your woman happy, and I mean, if you're not loyal, then, that's kind of self-explanatory. Obviously, being loyal is part of making a woman happy.
But I
It's
think
part
it
of
comes
making
from
a
the
man
defense
happy
as
too.
well.
But I'm being more specific towards the woman and the woman's perspective. Obviously, being loyal is a huge factor in a relationship, being loyal, having some sort of, like, self-confidence in yourself, like, those go self-explanatory, and that goes for both men and women. But I feel like these need to be said for keeping a woman happy, and there's a lot of confusion because, I mean, I hate to say it, but nowadays women are becoming more gold digging than anything. Like, we are literally looking for a rich man, a rich, like, house. We want everything,
I don't think that is really the problem. I think the problem is that you now have so many choices out there that much more women have understood that, okay, it's easier to get a high value man than before, with the rise of social media, Tinders, all of this stuff, traveling around the world. With the rise of all that, it simply got easier. So you can't really say that women became more gold digging. I think that their chances of finding a gold giving, let's call him like this, a gold giving man, just became higher. That's it.
so materialistic that the economy is shit. That's how bad it is. So
Exactly. Because we're talking about that inflation, we're talking about shit economy, but at the same time, they are looking for that man, which proves my point. Because all men lost, if you think about this, or most of them lost, but the women are looking because they know they can find those who didn't.
Just wanted it to be known that you can keep a woman happy without spending a freaking dime. Okay, it's all it
No,
takes
Jeff.
is patience.
No, you can't because you just talked about security and the bills being paid. I mean, I get what you're trying to deliver, but just be clear when you're delivering it.
Patience, patience, determination, energy, time. Like, look at this. I'm naming off a freaking bulletin board. Like, if you want a relationship, this is what it takes, okay? And if you don't want a relationship, then swipe away. Like, you don't need
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not staying single.
to watch this video because, I mean, why would you need to make a woman happy? But yeah, this is how you make a woman happy, and like, I feel like this is the best way to explain it. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Wow, every day a new video. Moral of the story. Moral of the story. Let me read my notes. If you want to keep a woman happy, you have to be patient. You don't need to be unnecessarily negative. You have to defend her, do little things, take care of the security, so make her feel safe, reassure her when it's needed, and be a goal-driven man. All you need to know, the secret ingredient to make a woman happy. Does it work? Is it all? I don't really know. That's why I am waiting for you in the comments section, because this is where the discussion starts. It's not with me here reacting to videos. No, it starts in the comments. So I'm waiting for you out there. For those of you watching live right now, for those of you watching this on replay, and especially you, if you're watching this on replay, please hit the like button or the dislike button if you didn't like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you did like the reaction. We're diving into another reaction right now. That is for those of you watching it live on Twitch and live on YouTube or any other social media platform. But for those of you who are watching this on replay, first of all, don't forget that the next milestone will make me change my YouTube channel's name. So let's hope that by the time you're watching this, it's already been changed. And second of all, I'll see you in my other reactions. Okay, this has been a long one. With her, it's always so long because she does take much more time to talk. She has like 20-minute video, but we had to stop for like a couple times. Next one is 8 minutes, so it's okay. Hey, Thomas Miller, I also don't pay you to be on my, or I don't get paid by you to be in my It's all good. Ah, the Euros are coming. I actually had an idea to make European Championship game streams. Maybe I'll think about this. Maybe I'll even think about this. Not all games, obviously, but some. Like we did with the Super Bowl. I'll think about it. Okay, with that being said, let's go into another one. Attracting a high value man. Another video by Keira Lothan. We're watching it right now. We're reacting to it. We've just watched the reaction where we learned the secret ingredient to make a woman happy. Now, let's figure out how to attract a high value man. Not for men. I hope this is an absolutely heterosexual video because I don't really care about how to attract a high value man, but I'm curious to look at the woman's perspective. How does she think she can get a high value man? First of all, that's a very fancy background. Dang. Okay, let's watch the reaction.
I want to talk about how to attract a high value man in your life.
What makes you an expert? Like, no offense, Keira. Absolutely, like, don't take this the wrong way. I'm just curious. I'm just curious, how do you know? Like, can you say from experience that you've been able to pull it out?
And
Bro, that sounded so wrong. I'm sorry. That actually sounded wrong. I shouldn't have said this. I'm publicly apologizing now for my last words. I'll think twice before I say something similar in the future.
high value man can be objective, okay? It can be the definition of whatever's in your brain, but I also feel like there's a huge delusion around attracting men because women, we think we have all the options in the world, right?
Wait, first of all, this is actually what I'm going to ask. What is your definition of a high value man? Because again, you're saying that there's a different ways that everyone can interpret it, but you're also building the video up by saying attracting a high value man, not adding the part through my experience or in my opinion, but just the general rule. So I'm curious, what is the general idea of a high value man for you?
Like, we really think that we can be selective with who our partner is and we can monkey branch, figure it out, find our favorite flavor. Like, that's how we try to attract the perfect mate, right? We waste time doing that, first of all. We waste time. We don't focus on the right priorities. We're focusing on the man's gaze other than our own gaze. And that's where it gets messed up in the beginning. The foundation is already cracked if you're thinking about him first instead of you. Because if you want
How to attract a high value man? Be a high value woman. That could be like video over. That's the answer. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
a high value man, okay? The definition of a high value man for you is that he has wealth, right? He has wealth, maybe a house, maybe a car. He has something of value, right? He has something of value that proves he has the discipline, he has the motivation to get things done. He's goal driven, right? Goal driven is probably the best way to objectively describe a high value man. Goal driven man, right? If you want a man like that, it needs to be known. It needs to be known by how you look and present yourself that you are also the same way in a different aspect. Like, you need to go either full in on your looks, like you need to have your whole look good, like you need to have your hair done, you need to have your face looking good, you need to do your skincare, whatever, you need to have some sort of fashion sense, have your body.
My professor said this quote, which I think is amazing. Being a hot girl is a full-time job. I couldn't agree more with him. The amount of work that a woman puts in to look amazing really, really deserves credit. Actually deserve. That's why I'm often against accepting body positivity. Not because someone thinks they look good while not taking, no, actually that's because taking care of yourself is putting effort, and that is what attracts, well, at least me, is when someone puts effort, even if it's not like the most amazing. Maybe you were genetically born in the wrong way, but you put the effort to reach this goal. That is great. That is super attractive.
Body right, go to the gym, eat healthy. Like, as a woman, beauty is what you should be focusing on if you expect your man to be focusing on the financial or the goal-driven part of life. If you want a man of high value, like your definition of high value, you need to have some sort of high value in yourself. And usually that's beauty. Usually it's looks. Because a man is a visual being. He can only see what you're showing him. He's not going to go based off of anything else. Like, you
I'll be back. I need to find a charger. Oh no, actually I do have a charger here, so it's all good.
can tell him the delusion of what you think, or maybe you tell him the delusion of, oh, I plan on going to the gym. A man does not care if you plan on going to the gym. He cares if you look like you're going to the gym. And that's how you attract.
Even if you don't go to the gym, that's a very important mark to say. Even if you don't go to the gym, at least At least make it look like you are.
High value man because you're not lying to
Not
me.
at least. Make it look like you are. Moreover, even if you went to the gym and you still don't look like you went to the gym, make it look like you went to the gym.
You're showing it to him. Like you're literally like say you go to the gym without saying you go to the gym. You know, like that's self-explanatory enough, right? Say you're rich without saying you're rich. Like how can you expect a high value man if you don't put any high value in yourself? The wrong way women think to go is money. The wrong way, because a man deep down does not care if you are making more money than him. He does not care. Because a man that actually understands the adversities of getting that money understands what it took for you to get that money and all the sacrifice you had to do. And guess what? You probably sacrificed your body, your health, what you look like. Like you could be successful, but are you looking like you did everything? You know, did you get your body right? I feel like the body right and health is everything that a man looks for. A man does not look for your pockets. He doesn't look at your wallet. So I feel like the worst way women go is the money.
Again, we're talking about attracting, not keeping. So she does make good value in she's not trying to, because I can see the comments going off. Yeah, but you don't just need a pretty face, you also need to look for the soul. Again, we're talking about attracting. Attracting, it means you see someone, they get your attention, and you want to spend some time. You want to try something with them. That is it. That is the meaning of attracting. Just so you don't confuse the two.
Route. Like we think we need to impress men with a nice car. Like why are we taking the masculine route with this? Why are we taking this like career-minded route where we feel like we got to have some sort of status career to prove to a man that we're able to attract him?
Oh my god, the number of ads I've seen today. I'll give it to Kira. She does get her monetization well, in addition to sharing her thoughts. Give me a sec. Boom. I should put this look. Wait, I should put this look on the thumbnail.
It's backwards. It's very backwards that way. Because how is a man supposed to be impressed by something he can have? You know what I'm saying? Like if a man can buy it, why would you try to buy it for him? Like, you know, like that doesn't make any sense. It's not attractive. It's not attractive because something that is attractive, something that you don't have. It's a visually appealing thing that you don't see on yourself or anything around you. It's just something you see in someone else and it's attracting you to them. And that's what that's attracting. You know, like you can't attract someone with a hidden agenda. It's got to be in your face. And for women, it's our beauty. Like if you're not looking good all the freaking time, you're not going to attract your mate. If anything, you're going to repel people. You're going to make people repel against you. So I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's a trend nowadays for women to really think that they have a selection and to boast.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Like that's not a flex, sis. Like that's not a flex to have, you know, all these selections and you're trying to shove it in someone else's face. Like we're women here. Like we're not animals. We're human beings. We have emotions. We care about each other. I care about myself. I care about my body. I care about my values. So I'm not going to just go out there and freaking devalue myself to try to attract a valuable man. Like what? It's all about how you look and how you present yourself, because a man of high value can understand a high valuable woman. You can't hide away from being valuable. It's just there. Like a diamond is a diamond.
But yeah, she's right.
Like it's a diamond. can't cover it up.
A diamond is a diamond. Like, it's a diamond. That should be another quote from today.
Like, so yeah, I just wanted to say this today because a lot of women are confused of how to actually attract a valuable man, and they start going in the wrong direction. They start putting it toward money or career, or even like trying to get to their friends. Like, if you're attracted to a guy and you are going to his friends, it's already fucked. It's already fucked from the jump. Like, you need to be confident in what you're bringing. You need to be confident in your beauty. You need to be confident in what you are actually bringing to the man. And sometimes it doesn't have to be materials, it's just you. Be yourself, because a man will just want a feminine woman, a feminine, soft woman he does not have to worry about.
Oh, you just triggered half of the comment base.
But that just goes to show that only high valuable men really appreciate feminine women, because I mean, it's really hard to find soft feminine women nowadays, quite honestly, and the high valuable men are taking them up because it's like they're so rare that only a high valuable man can see past it, can see past the bullshit, or see past the value of a woman. So yeah, that's it today. I just wanted to talk about how to attract a man, a high valuable man, and like how you could be going wrong about that. Like, you should just be focusing on your body, focusing on your looks, focusing on what makes you feel beautiful. Seriously, like the clothes you wear, the shoes you wear, the makeup, the skincare, the hairdos. Like, that's what it is to be a woman. Okay, we love to pick the fruits. We love to gather the berries. We gather the fruits. So we gather all these things on us that the men find attractive, and that's how you find a high valuable man. Like, that's really all
Not
it is.
wrong.
Don't think too far into it. Don't think you need to have $1 million. Don't think you need to have the house already. Don't think you need to have the car already. A man will see the value in a woman regardless of what she has. She needs to be bringing herself to the table, her beauty. And that's it. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you in our other videos. Yeah, she's right. She's absolutely right. Moral of the video: if you want to attract a high value man, just be a high value woman. And a high value woman is someone that takes care of herself and can can be very well presented. I don't know, you're women, you'll figure it out. You're smart. In any case, this reaction was so fast, I'm gonna go do another one right now. But before that, I'll thank everyone who watched this reaction on YouTube and on replay and live and not live. I'll ask them to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, and make sure that there is a reaction. So even if you don't want to like or dislike the video, you need to at least comment underneath it. That being said, this was Zeno77, and I will see you in my other reactions. All right. So let's jump into another video. Let's make it also short and simple. And yeah, holy damn, look at these backgrounds she has. Ah, bruv. Honesty is the best policy. We're finishing the Keira Lothan stream. Now, we did talk about relationships today, and I've decided that this topic very well tackles this idea because we already talked high value man, we talked about how high value women. Let's talk about honesty. The one of the most important things in any relationship, may it be business relationship, family, romantic relationship, all of those relationships require us to be honest with each other. So Let's have a discussion on this.
Being honest is probably the most important thing that you can possibly do for yourself and for your future relationships. Being
Literally started the same way that I did. Quote, unquote.
honest is basically you projecting the truth onto someone else. Like if you're talking to someone and you're being completely honest about you and your situation, how you feel, you know, you're being completely honest, telling the truth, you're projecting the truth onto them. They're going to have no choice but to be honest with themselves. And it's like a reverse psychology effect. Like if
The thing that I didn't mention in the beginning, and the reason why all of us should be honest, is because a lie can only exist if we fulfill it with another lie. It can't exist on its own, right? Whereas the truth is just there. You can like it, you can dislike it, but it's there. So therefore, you can like vanish tomorrow and it's still gonna be there. So that's the beauty of it. Just be honest.
if you were to project negativity onto someone or an insecurity, they are more likely to project insecurity back onto you.
That's also true.
Like I said, life is a mirror. So whatever you are projecting into the world, that's what you're going to receive. And being honest gives you truth. Being truthful to yourself allows other people to be truthful with you. Like imagine you're friends with someone and they're really not being honest with themselves. How can you really trust them? How can you
Oh, we got those examples. I'm not saying it, but I have examples.
really trust a friend that can't even look themselves in the mirror and understand what's really wrong with them or what their weaknesses are? If someone around you is constantly trying to project this big picture or this big like ego, like that's not someone you want to be around. Okay, you want someone to be honest with themselves, and honesty also comes from being humbleness, and admitting that you're not where you want to be and you're exactly
Yeah.
where you're supposed to be.
Basically taking looking at the image it is now and accepting it.
Honesty opens up so many doors, and honesty also relieves stress. It relieves like a pressure you feel, because why lie about it? If you gotta lie, you gotta constantly lie. You know, if you're lying to yourself, you're most likely
That's
lying
literally
to
what I
other
said.
people. So for example, me being a model, I am not a model, and I don't say that I'm a model because I'm being honest about it. But what I am being honest about is that I want to be one, and I'm saying it out loud. If I didn't want to be a model, why would I say it out loud? You know, why would I speak into it? Why would I project that type of honesty that I feel? It's just an emotion. It's an emotion, it's an ambition. So for me to project that is my honesty, and if I didn't project it, it would most likely not come true. And who can trust me if they don't believe it? You know, it's
True.
same goes for everything else. Like if you want to go to the gym, be honest about it. If you don't want to go to the gym, be honest about it. If you need to go to the gym and you don't want to go to the gym, just say that.
Yeah.
Just say, oh man, I don't want to go to the gym. It makes you feel better about going to the gym, even if you don't want to go.
I literally had the same thing today. I was sparring, and we had to go through 12 rounds. And after round 5, I felt like, nah, man, I don't want to do it anymore. I should like it, but I don't. Yeah, it got easier. I actually knocked another guy down in the next round after I projected it. Yeah, I mean, I don't want it, but I'm here. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna try to enjoy it, at least the way I can. Yeah, I really enjoyed that punch, not gonna lie.
You're telling yourself you don't want to go, so you're being honest with yourself, and you're able to relieve that pressure off yourself. You know, you're able to be honest about how you truly feel, and it doesn't have to be fake. It doesn't have to be a lie. You don't have to lie to yourself to get what you want. You have to be honest. Be honest about how you really feel. And for me, being a model is nerve-wracking, okay? And it's scary, but I'm willing to accept all of that, accept all of my fears and project that into what I want. You know, I'm being honest about it. And I feel like projecting honesty is just the key to receive honesty, to receive truth. And if you don't want to receive truth, you're just going to be deceived for the rest of your life.
Basically, you're gonna have to come up with scenarios until you give up. Because the moment you stop, reality will hit you hard. So you better be willing to do it for the rest of your life.
Don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive your own emotions. Don't deceive how you truly feel, because you'll easily be deceived. If you can deceive yourself, anyone can deceive you. Like, seriously, think about that. If you can lie to yourself, anyone can lie to you. So choose honesty, choose to be honest with other people, and if you feel some type of way about someone, be honest. Be honest, because you will feel so much better about yourself if you're able to be honest with them and you can go about your life not pretending to care. You know, if you really don't care, tell them you don't.
Okay, I found her page on LinkedIn. Turns out she is actually a freelance model located in Tampa. Wait, I might actually open it for you guys. Because I was actually curious what she does in general. And yeah, turns out this is actually what she does. Wait. Where's the picture? The thing on my iPad had the picture. So you're just gonna have to trust me. Hostess at Olive Garden. That's interesting. University of Tampa, University of Tampa. All right. Well, nice background. Not gonna lie. I have mutual connections? Oh yeah, I don't want to sign in right now. Ah, doesn't exist. Okay. It's all good.
Care. Why waste energy pretending you care? You know? Same with yourself. If you really don't care about waking up and, you know, getting your teeth brushed or whatever, like if you don't care about that stuff and you're lying to yourself doing it, like just think.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm reading her about profile right now, and yeah, you can do better. I'm not gonna lie, but it's always been a problem for a lot of people to do their profiles.
Think about how much you really lie to yourself. Seriously. Think about how much you really deceive yourself. Because being honest is a higher frequency. It's hard to tap into a higher frequency if you're used to a low frequency. And lying is, it's a low frequency because you're faking something, you're hiding something, you know? And lying could also be just not saying something in general. Lying could just be you hiding the facts of your emotions. Like, you hiding your emotions is you lying to yourself. You pretending you don't feel some sort of way is you lying to yourself.
Like, you don't have to express them everywhere, but you have to accept and at least sometimes analyze them.
So the amount of times that you deceive yourself is the amount of times that someone else can deceive you.
Wenn dein Kind so zaubern könnte,
That is
bräuchtest du ein
actually true. That is actually super true. Such a nice quote, actually. The amount of times that you deceive someone is the amount of times that you will get deceived. That hits hard. Also, if you think about it, why you're looking at my face and not on the stream is because we're having YouTube ads running here. Give me a sec. And boom. And we're back. Oh yeah, I can't hear you.
Being honest has opened up so many doors for me, It has allowed me to feel more in my skin.
That is actually true. I'm not gonna lie. The moment I felt the best was when I genuinely stopped lying, because a lot of the times I lied because I thought that people aren't going to accept or appreciate what I say, and then I just stopped. I just thought I started being honest with everyone, and life got easier. So this could be a moral of the video, even.
Than ever. Like, being in your skin is underrated. Like, for you to really feel like you are in your skin and you own it and you're proud of it, you're proud of walking around every day and, you know, enjoying life. Like, be honest about how you truly feel, because you will not be able to enjoy life without true honesty, without the real truth of yourself. And honestly, you won't be able to accept any truths. You'll probably feel like everyone's lying to you because you lie to yourself so much. Like, think about that. Think about that reverse psychology, because you're only going to believe as much as you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You know? So if you can't be honest about certain things in your life, certain aspects, you're going to be missing that part in the future. You're going to be missing it when you're looking for it in someone else. And that's where relationships can fuck it all up. It can mess it all up. Relationships will force you to be honest.
Relationships will show you what it's like if you're not being honest to yourself.
A friendship will force you to be honest.
Same.
A boyfriend, girlfriend will force you to be honest with yourself. And if you can't be honest with yourself, you're not ready. You are not ready for that type of commitment. You're not ready for that type of understanding, because you need to understand yourself in order to understand another person. And it goes both ways. Like, you need to understand. You need to understand your truth. And, you know, there's a lot of things that we got to do that we don't want to do. You know, we got to go to work.
Who's gonna carry the boats in the wall?
Got to make money. We got to eat food. We got to exercise. We have to do these things. And I feel like we're all projecting this sense of ego, this sense of fake truth. Like, it's all fathomable. We're able to do everything, you know, like girl boss. Like, we can do everything. We can go get the job. We can get the money. We can go make sure that we look good. And it's all like, all the things that we have to do, we don't want to do all of them.
True.
Like, come on, be honest with yourself. Do you really
But we want to get the results that come from them. That's why we go do the things.
want to go to work? Do you want to?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had free money, but I just pick the work that I want to do the most.
Go to work?
I
Seriously.
know. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoy doing the work. Not always, obviously, but more than a lot of the people that I know.
Like, if you didn't have to go to work, if you didn't have to make money, would you want to make money? Would you want to go out there and work? No. Let's start being honest with ourselves and stop deceiving ourselves on how we feel about these things. You know, it's easier to accept, and it's
I could take over the world without money. Yeah, probably I wouldn't try making them as well.
easier to just go about life being honest about it. You know, you might have to go to work, but you don't have to admit you like it. You don't have to pretend you like it. You don't have to pretend it's okay. You know, you can change your job, you can change your perspective. Perspective is everything. So you don't always have to change your job. All you have to do is probably change your perspective, and the perspective changes once you be honest with yourself. Once you be honest with yourself, it's like magic. It's like a totally different thought process. You're able to be a little more grateful. You're able to walk around and accept honesty from people. You're able to navigate truth, and you're able to be more honest about yourself and your actions and what you're doing. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. Let's stop pretending that we like to do things. Let's, accept the fact that we might not like to work. We might not like going to the gym, but guess what? You're still gonna show up, and honestly,
And do the work and get the results that you want to get.
being honest about it, you'll feel better about it. Because if you don't like doing it and you're still doing it, you just feel better. You feel better about it because you got that drive. You got that discipline.
Yes.
Discipline. Discipline is underrated. And you can really only appreciate that when you're honest about it. You know, when you're honest about the fact that you don't want to do it and you still do it anyways, like, if you're able to accept that sort of thought process, it makes it easier and it drives you more, gives you more motivation.
Yeah.
And then in that way, you're more humble in the end because you could admit that you didn't even like it in the first place. So, yeah. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest. You know, let's freaking be honest here. Let's be honest. Like, you know, back in the day when Instagram first, well, not back in the day, I'm over here 20 years old, like, when Instagram was first spawned, you know, we would post those posts, talk about, oh, like for a to be honest, like for a to be rate, you know, like, let me rate you 1 through 10. Let me give you an honest opinion of it.
Oh my God, I even remember those stories. Yeah. Like 2018 or something.
We need to do more, to be honest. Like, let's be real. Let's be for real. Let's be freaking for real, you know? Let's stop acting like we got it all figured out, because we freaking don't. We're all literally living in the same bubble and practically the same lives. So let's stop acting like we know everything and be humble, be honest, and, you know, stop deceiving yourself, because you're setting yourself back. And you're probably setting your relationships back and what they could be for yourself. So, yeah, that's today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's about honesty. Yeah. And I figured out the storage thing. It was a whole shebang. I had to put everything on my laptop. I have so many pictures and videos. It's ridiculous. But, yeah.
Yeah, she's probably not talking about honesty right now. Moral of the story. I think in general, moral of life. Yeah. It's a moral of life that I think will be a perfect closure to the reaction. If you're honest to yourself, your life will get easier. Your life will get 100%. It doesn't mean, for example, even that you can't lie. I'm not encouraging you, but I obviously understand there are some moments where you have to not tell the truth. But if you're at least honest to yourself on what you're doing, why you're doing, and how you're doing it, trust me, life will be easier. And with that being said, this was Zeno77. We went through 3 videos today, 3 reactions. So you're definitely gonna watch this on replay as well as you did live right now. So the only thing I'm asking for you is a reaction from you in the comment section, via liking or disliking, via subscriptions, reactions. Let's be honest. And you can also be honest to me, be honest to the reactions, be honest to the thoughts that I share, and say everything that you want. Express your reaction. With that being said, I will see you in my other videos. Have a great night to all of you, both watching it live and watching it on replay.